YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So, big shout out to the guys at Source Sky. They've sent me over some Gens Ace batteries for my touring cars to try. And this is the first of the low profile ones that I've ever run. So it'd be interesting to see if the touring cars handle a little different. But let's bring you in for a close-up look and show you what you get in box with these things. So, don't really show you a lot on box. There is a little tiny sticker saying the Redline 2.0, 6100 milliamp hour, 2S1P, 140C rating. So, let's crack these open and see what we get. Well, we get a nice bit of padding, stop your battery shaking about in box. We get the Gens Ace Redline stickers. We get instructions, but we never read them. Nice little pull tab to get his batteries out. And these are reversible, so you do get the bungs in them. Just be careful when you're putting them in your car that you don't get your polarity wrong. But quite a nice looking battery. So they are HV ones, so they are the high voltage lipos. We got an advertised 6100 milliamp hour or 46.36 watt hours, but yeah, nice looking battery. Quite a lot slimmer than the ones I usually run, because I usually, in my touring cars, I run the lipos that I run in my 8th scale truggy and buggies, but we got a couple of touring cars here, so I have dropped these posts down to the lower mark. So we've got an Iris 1, and it does fit really good in that. We've also got the TRF 420X. So again, I've dropped this to the lower posts. And again, nice fit in this. These are weird how these battery posts tighten up. You have to kind of get them into position and then spin them while holding them, or fasten them down with an X driver. But that said, I've never had a battery come out at TRF. It does hold them pretty damn solid. But yeah, they fit in really good. They've got 5mm posts, so I am going to have to run my adapters on these because I am going to be racing them tonight, and I don't have time to swap to the provided pins that we do get. So although they don't come with any charging cables or anything, you do get some really substantial 5mm posts. So if I get time, I might swap them over, save me having to run me adapters, but if not, I'll just run the adapters on them. I've never seen any detriment, and these are only 17.5 turn blinky mode, so stock class on both of these. Don't need that antenna in there now. So I were running the FGR4B receivers in these, and I've recently swapped them both to the FGR4D antennaless, the new enhanced antennaless receivers. So we'll be trying them out as well, see how they go. But yeah, I'll get these run and give me a verdict on them. So back after a night's racing. And I can definitely say these low centre of gravity batteries work far better with the TRF 420X. Took this to one of our local tracks, and I'll put the race results up as we're going through this, but I've not been racing touring cars there for about a year, I think, roughly, almost a year. And didn't do any alterations on this for the difference in battery weight or the lower centre of gravity. So first qualifier, just getting a feel for it and seeing how it run. It run really nice. Definitely loving the new NB4 Pro Plus. That wheel feels absolutely fantastic. Definitely a more grippy foam. But yeah, no issues with the radio. The FGR4D receiver worked absolute faultless. I was a little worried putting the antenna fin right up to the servo, but yeah, didn't bother it at all. It is a Flysky iBus 2 servo. But yeah, first qualifier went okay. Second qualifier, getting a bit more to grips with it. Did a little bit of tweaking on the car, but I forgot my setup station and everything, so I need to get this on the tweak board. Make sure all my suspension's level and everything, because I were getting slightly oversteer on right-hand corners. But as I say, I've set this RC up for the bigger batteries. They fit fantastic in this. They fit fantastic in the Iris 1 as well. But yeah, third qualifier, really starting to get to grips with it. And in the final for my group, it drove absolutely faultless with them. Checked the resistance on them. So basically, the two cells on each were between 3 and 4 ohms resistance. So no issues with them, no getting hot, no swelling. Charged them at 1C while I were racing. Obviously with 6,100 milliamp power and a 17.5 turn motor, it would drain them down to about 3.9 volt per cell. Even running, the voltage difference between both cells were extremely close. I used the hotter charger, and it measures down to, I think it's 0.00 of a volt, and there was nothing between any of them. Both packs run consistently the same throughout the night. So yeah, quite impressed with these. Certainly very well suited to the touring cars. Not sure if a push you could get 2 5-minute races out of them. Depends on your driving style and everything. But the one thing I can say with the 6,100 milliamp power, you're keeping that higher voltage longer. Gives you a more consistent lap time, lap after lap after lap. But yeah, really impressed with them. Certainly one of the packs that I can highly recommend. I think now I've used them, I certainly will be swapping my battery connections over to the ones that come with them. Purely because I don't have to use the adapters then. So I ran to run with these adapters on, because these are 5mm posts. And obviously my other batteries are 4. So I may swap over. One thing to be aware of, because these are longer, they would come all the way through the bottom of the battery, because these are shorter batteries. So just be aware, if you're running an alloy chassis, you don't want them coming through and hitting it. But if you use the actual, let's get the pins that come with them. If you use the actual pins that come with them, they're far shorter, so it's not going to be an issue. So I think I'll be swapping to these. Just wanted to make sure I liked the way that the car handled with them. But yeah, I think I'm sold on the shorter style. For racing, I only charge these up to 4.2 volt per cell, even though the HV lipos, and it's part of the regs. You can use HV, just don't charge them up to the full voltage. Incidentally, the way lipos work, running HV but only charging them to normal voltage should give you much longer battery life, as in number of cycles you get out of them. Jury's still a little bit out on that, but that's the general accepted theory, because you're not charging them to 100%, should last longer. But yeah, the Gens Ace Redline 2, 140C batteries, definitely highly recommend. But yeah, really happy with how it run. We did get a win in the final that I was in, and I led from the second corner, I think, all the way through race. Got a good lead on it, and then backed off a little bit. It's one of the hardest things I've ever learnt to do in racing, that if you do get a good lead out in front, don't keep pushing and pushing and pushing, because you will crash and you will throw the race away. But luckily, managed to keep it together, and yeah, really good night racing. Really enjoyed these batteries. Absolutely loved using the new NB4 Pro Plus. This foam on the wheel is fantastic. And the rest of the car, absolutely brilliant. We're racing against other manufacturer cars as well. So when you get comments saying you're not going to be competitive with the Tamiya, depends on how you set it up. But let's wrap this one up. So there we have it, the Genzace Redline 2.0 6100 mAh batteries. Definitely highly recommend them. I will leave a link in the description below where you can get these from, but certainly for a touring car, if you've never tried them, I'd definitely try the low centre of gravity batteries. It does seem to really suit the Tamiya, and it really suits the Iris one as well. So there's no doubt in my mind, definitely worth trying at least. But thanks again for watching WTF Rc Cars. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.